Good morning, good morning. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, the real fathers out there. It's y'all day. Hope you have a lot of fun. I'm going to tell y'all about my experience yesterday. Oh my God, it was the worst thing I ever experienced. Okay, 1501 South Mint. Worst experience. I was very unorganized. Very unorganized. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I'm about to tell new up and coming rappers, new generation. AZ is not the person to work with. And I'm going to tell you why. He did everything right, but let the people know that I might be coming. I was treated like a piece of shit. It was so bad that I left. They wouldn't take his gift. The bouncer going to tell me, I said, hey, can you take his gift in there? Because I'm leaving. I can't take it no more. He told me it could be a bomb in there. Y'all know what the gift was? Diamond Way. All my bottles are clear. So I had to laugh, you know? People, when I tell y'all to go out and meet 50, even though 50 can be an a-hole, I tell y'all to go out and meet some of the rappers so y'all can get on. See, because I'm already on. I don't need to, I didn't really need to meet him. I was trying to give him courtesy for us using his beat and give him other opportunity. However, he didn't want that. So I say that to say, I'm sorry. But that being said, when I went out to meet 50, and I'm going to tell you, I think I told you this story a million times, okay? I went to two of 50 Cent's events, okay, that I was invited to be out there, to come and see him, to help get my my status up, my name up. One, he invited me to both. Two, the crowd was a lot different. Okay, and it's crazy because 50 Cent is a hardcore gangster rapper. So it's crazy how the different type of people show up to different events, And when I say he's a hardcore gangster rapper, he is. Y'all listen to his music, y'all hear him. But the people is a little bit different, you know what I mean? And there's more class with stuff. I had to deal with ghetto stuff all night. Like, really, I was like, you got to be kidding me, you know? I did get the chance to talk to a couple of guys. I was chilling with them, while we stood on the line for 2.5 hours. It was just terrible. How can I say it? I caught a cold. So I've been through too much in one night, okay? Just terrible. The bouncers, so disrespectful. You know, I remember when I was in LA, they knew I was coming. You know, and I'm sad, Charlotte, that some of y'all don't know who I am. You know what I mean? I was addressed by name, talked to properly. I don't know how y'all people go out there and let these people mistreat y'all, you know, and talk to y'all anyway because y'all want to party. I have to laugh. And that's one of the reasons why most people, especially celebrities, have private parties, because they don't feel like dealing with the disrespect, the bullshit, you know? Nobody has time for that. It got to the point where even the couples that was together, they were so frustrated, they was arguing on the line, you know? And I'm looking at them like, I feel y'all. I mean, y'all tired. Y'all, it's just too much. It's too much. So I want people to understand why I personally won't book a show in the state until I know I can be in a big setting. Because I don't want people to go through hell. The damn idiot said to me, I can have a bar. Don't they know that we give the artists gifts? Like, but I do shout out Charlotte. I did look good. You know, y'all all had on flexi steppies. Even though y'all was there to see the old school rapper, y'all was doing what the new school was saying. So I was able to appreciate that. But it was a very bad experience, and nobody should have to go through that. Coming to see a music artist. And then he didn't even tell them I was coming. Or could be coming. She might show up. So now, being that he didn't do that, I kind of take it personal. And I'm going to tell you why. One, you was only thinking about yourself. You only wanted me to push the song so you can make an entrance. That's what it showed me. Whether that was your intentions, I don't know. But that's what you showed me. And that's not how rappers work in this industry. And maybe that's why they took your beat. And I tried to give it back. But evidently, it seems like you didn't even care if they took it. You know, some rappers do care. You know, like Karis One. He was one. And he was just here a couple of weeks ago. I couldn't go out because I had to do some things or whatever. But my son, my daughter's father met him. So, you know, I wasn't pressed, you know. But he was here a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, he was one that's big on how they took their music back in the day, how they did all of these things to the rappers. You know what I mean? And I came through and I saved them. You know what I mean? And I could possibly save them on some other songs as well. However, I have to, you know, do the research. But the only way I could do the research is if I'm being paid, because it takes time. I say all that to say, some people really appreciate you helping them. And then you got some people that don't. But then you also have some people that appreciate you helping them, but then don't want to, how can I say it? Acknowledge the fact that you've helped them and got them out of situations. Okay? So I say that to say, a lot of these people, this industry, will be shut down. Okay? And I'm not making that call. They're watching. Okay? The industry is trying to get rid of all the people that cause chaos within this industry. They want a quiet industry that makes money. That's what they want. If y'all notice, on the radio now, they very rarely play any rap music. And the rap music that they play is singing rap. It's not rap. So I say that to say, it's changing. It's been changing for the last 10 years. And I was sent in to help you guys try to maintain it. I'm sorry that y'all didn't get pensions and y'all didn't get, the things that y'all should have gotten, especially if you don't spend your money right after, a show and invest it somewhere, I feel sorry for y'all. I feel bad for the old timers, because they came up in my era. And for y'all to have came up in my era, and some of y'all don't even have residual income. And I tried to make sure that these people get that. You know what I mean? Half of them didn't even own their songs. So do y'all see how a lot of rappers, especially the rappers from back in the day, they hurt themselves because they didn't want to follow the rules. And all y'all got to do, people, is just follow the rules. That's it. Just follow the rules that the industry tell you to do. That's what you have to do. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to use the bathroom bad, and I can't pause the podcast. I'm sorry I had to hear me use the bathroom. Gotta go, you gotta go. It's a natural act. But anyway, yeah. It was just a terrible experience for me. And then the people was out there smoking cigars. Oh, God, I hate them. Oh, my God, my face started pounding. Start coughing. They was not rowdy, but, the cops that was out there, they was frustrated. Like, what in the hell? And I get it. It's like, this is going to be a long night. Like, when is the show going to start? The show was supposed to start at 9. I left the scene at 12:15. He still wasn't there, and we was still in line. It's terrible. It's terrible. When I met Chris Brown, there was a line. I was in New York. There's always a line. New York. Chris came in, walked through the crowd. I called him. He said hello to me. He looked at me. He was like, Oh, she here. He invited me. Gave him his gift. Wasn't a problem. You know, I was like, okay, this is why I went all in. If I would experience what I experienced last night with AZ, with Chris Brown at 50, I might not have went as far as I have. And I'm going to just say that. Because I'd have been like, oh no, forget this. This is what I got to go through. But 50 and Chris Brown treated me with the utmost respect when I came out there. The utmost respect. I told y'all with 50, I wasn't even supposed to get online. I just wanted to shake his hand. You know, I was supposed to sit by the cookbooks. And my little chair was sitting over there waiting on me too. Then I went to sit by the cookbooks. So you see the difference in people and why I did so much for 50? Because he was professional at it. Even though 50 does a lot of craziness, his professionalism is top notch when it comes to working with people. Sometimes he might not do things the proper way. Decision making, maybe off or whatever. But his professionalism is his people was on top of everything. Lines move fast. That's just, the truth of it all. And I told y'all I was going to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. So that's the truth, That's why I gave him what I gave him, and I fought for him. For those that want to know why I put that application in for him at Stars. Because I seen the professionalism. I seen the people were organized. So I said, okay, I'll do it. This is what he wanted. I want to do my own TV shows, he was saying. I want to direct. And I said, you sure is this what you want to do? And everybody say to me, oh, you sure you was talking to 50? Yes, I was talking to 50. He was chasing me around all through the net. So if I wasn't, whoever the crazy person was, they knew what 50 real dreams were. So yeah, I was talking to 50. Why he switched up, I have no idea. That's his issues, not mine. But I had to put the truth out there. So the process, for those, because I'm not helping nobody else, I'm done. Just like I told Stars last night, yesterday on Facebook, I'm not releasing the song because, they know the situation. You don't want the song, you purchase the song. My voice on it, Jamaican accent. I'm not Jamaican. It comes very hard to speak in that accent when you got to learn each word in their slang. I'm not giving that up for free. Because I put a lot of time in. That recording part of it, yeah, that comes easy. Like when it comes to the talent of it, that's not that easy. So I'll say that to say, y'all gotta hold on, guys, because I gotta flush the toilet plus wash my hands. All right, kiddies, what we do when we get off the toilet? We wash our hands. I'm tired of being in bathrooms and seeing y'all walk straight out the bathroom. Even if you don't pee, you've touched the stall, you must wash your hands because everyone that went in the stall, guess what? Peed. And they touched the stall door. So you still got to wash your hands even if you didn't pee. Y'all know everything I do for a reason. That's just me. I'm tired of seeing y'all being nasty. Flush the toilet when you come out the bathrooms. In the public. Wash your hands. Teach that to your children. When your children got to go to the bathroom in the public. What do? We go in there with them to make sure they wipe themselves, they flush the toilet, and they wash their hands. It's a 3-step process. It's easy, and y'all should try it here in Charlotte. And it's black and white. So I'm not just pinpointing one culture. Okay, back to what I was saying. Like I was saying, the professionalism was, even for Chris Brown, it was top notch. His people was nice. They talked to me. It wasn't what I experienced last night. It just wasn't. And I'm tired. I only got 3 more years, y'all. Let me see. I'm sorry. As of next month, it'll be 2 more years, and I'm totally done with the music industry. They told me all they needed me for was till I was 55. And I'm thankful. They was going to go ahead and retire me. ASCAP had hit me up about 2 years ago and asked me if I was ready. And if I was, then to fill out the paperwork, of retirement. However, I didn't go forward with it because people still needed me. But I got 2 more years. 2 more years. And I don't have to deal with this no more. It's been very hard. Mental. It's been a lot, y'all. And I'm going on to do better things, bigger things. Of course, I'm still continue to teach. I'm still love the kids of the community. Let me tell y'all what happened to me yesterday. That's how the karma is. And how people respect karma. Nothing really happened to me. But I want to give y'all the scenario of why some people respect karma to the highest. Okay? So yesterday I went to pick up some pizza. Right, I was doing a delivery, and they didn't give me all the pizza because the machine that they had the pizza in didn't open up another box. Only opened up one. So I went to take the pizza to the person, and the person was like, I had more pizza than this. Right? So I said, well, that's all, they gave me. So then I showed them the numbers on the pizza. I said, the order numbers are different on this pizza than that pizza, can't you see? And he was like, yeah. So I said, so you see, I'm telling you the truth. Because the way time is, people lie so much. It's like you don't believe them. But see, you got to take for face value what a person says to you if they've proved it to you. Okay? Once they've proved it to you, you got to take everything for face value. So I proved it to the and it was some kids. I proved it to them. And he was like, yeah. The numbers are different. I said, this is somebody else's pizza. So I told him, I said, call them and tell them that you need a new pizza. Get somebody over here to bring it. Or maybe they'll send me back to bring it. So they made the calls between the two third-party companies. They kept telling them that they wasn't responsible. Now, mind you, this is the customer. Okay? And I get why a lot of people don't like to spend their money when they see chaos within a company. And I get it. So they gave them to run around. I even called on their behalf because it was kids. When I see kids, especially two boys, it's like my two boys, and you never know if the mother was at work and she was on her way home ordering pizza, because I've done that before, order pizza. And have them deliver it before I get there, whatever the case may be. And I didn't know if that's what this parent was doing. And I said, all this parent probably want to do is come home and just relax, not go through issues of, oh, we couldn't get the other pizza. Now, mind you, the store, all they had to do is refund what they didn't send and then reorder it so these kids can get their pizza. Now, my theory is, they're kids. I know I love the kids, and the kids love me. Okay, the reason why is because I think. Okay? And most of the people in this world today don't even think. So what we call them, we're not going to say they're stupid anymore. We're going to say that they are mentally ill because they don't have common sense. Okay? Until they get the mental health and get the knowledge that they're supposed to get, we're not going to call them stupid. We just say you have a mental issue. You got to get your mind together. You got to learn some more before you speak with me, pretty much. Okay? That's going to separate us a little bit because then we don't have to deal with nonsense. You have to deal with people on your level, above your level, that you could comprehend what they're saying to you. So that way it won't be an issue, So that's how we're going to do in this world today. We're going to work with those that can comprehend. Oh, this person comprehended what I said. Okay, hey, you. Oh, this person didn't comprehend, so I think I'm going to push this person to the side. That's how we're going to start dealing with people. To make our lives a little bit easier, less complex. Okay? Anyway, yeah. We called the place, and both companies didn't want to help the kid. And I'm like, really? Well, This is me. I gotta help the kid. Why? Because I'm a third party in this situation, and I know the situation. I don't want no karma coming back on me. Take it very serious. Okay? This is why I treat everybody good and everybody fairly. People say, Jackie, why you always being nice to these people? Because God tells me so. And God eventually rewards me, especially for ignorance and stupidity. Okay? So, I took the pizza back. Want to bring tears to my eyes. Y'all know I get emotional. I go get the pizza. Took the time out of my time to get the pizza. And I pull up and knock on the door and say, here's your pizza. And the little boy tried to hand me a $5 bill. And I said, no, baby, no. And he said, no, take it, it's for you. And I just looked at him. This is why God has blessed me. A lot of y'all may look at me, be jealous of me, hate me, because I have more than y'all have. And in actuality, I don't have nothing. It's just the way I spend my money when I get it. Those are returned good karma, which y'all see. You can't be jealous of someone's return good karma. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they stopped something negative from happening. God returned them with good karma. Now, if you haven't put your work in with God to get good karma, don't hate on other people about it when they put their work in to get good karma. God designed this world, universe, whatever y'all want to call it. Everybody have their different religions and a different way they do their things when it comes to God. God is good. Okay? God is good. So, with God being good, He expects each and every one of us to give off good. Especially when we know a situation. People have the tendency today to not care. And they wonder why so many bad things happen. Or so many things around them is just not right. I was talking to a couple of guys yesterday, and I was telling them about my stuff that I was doing, to create my own job. My own job I don't have to work for nobody no more. It's quite scary, but it's it was a decision that I had to make. I talked to someone from Harlem, from my home, a few months ago, and they made a statement to me. And this is one thing that my mother taught me, and I love that she taught me this. He said to me, I see all the issues y'all go through. I hear the stories. I listen to the crying, and he's just the food truck man, okay? But he's a therapist too, okay, for a lot of the people. Shout out to Harlem, you know who you are. He was a lot of us out therapy. We was going through stuff. And he told me, he said, you have to make a decision. He said, because you got a lot going on that you don't really need to be here. This ain't even for you, for real. But you choose to be. And I looked at him, like, what is he talking about? The last couple of months, I've been through a lot. That's why I haven't been doing the podcast that much. I haven't been doing TikToks. I haven't been doing too much of anything, okay? Because I've been through a lot within the last 3 months. And I had to make a full decision. And I have to go forward with it. And I make that decision. Meaning I have to work hard every day. For who? Not for the music industry. Not for, even though Chevrolet they did, but I'm not going to say physically donated cash money, but they've donated funding in a different way. I have to say, I will only be doing work for those that has physically put money, some way, form, or fashion, into my business. From this day forth, okay? So that means if you haven't physically put money into my business, and I mean a full paycheck, okay? I'm not dealing with you, business-wise. I just want to let people know that. I used to get online, and when I hear y'all say my names in a song and talk about my stories and my life, I appreciate it 100%. Don't get me wrong. And the reason why I do give it back to you guys, even though sometimes on social media they won't even allow me to give it back to y'all because I don't want karma hurting me. However, when they decide to stop me, they realize they only hurting themselves, not me and not you. Even though you've done a deed, okay, we're going to turn up Miss JJ, we're going to turn up Miss Diamond, we're going to turn her up. Okay, I'm going to say her name, she going to help me. One hand washes the other. Fair trade is no robbery. And that's a fact. However, a lot of these people, a lot of these companies feel like they want to stop in tracks. So when they stop in tracks, they take all the karma and it goes to them. Okay? That's the way it works. That's how God works. Because it's all energy. The cycle of time. Just like yesterday. The two companies was battling back and forth on whose fault it was. And I was the middleman. So I stopped their negative karma because they wanted to be ignorant. When I could have just walked away because I was just a third party. But I didn't. The reason why I didn't is because of the love of the kids. God had me already subjected. So I felt like if I say, you know what? F them kids. That negative karma would have came back to me. I would have took on all the karma. So you see how we bring and pull negative energy to us by not paying attention to the scenario, not paying attention to the, just not taking the time to think about it. You know, y'all know I'm gonna bring over this. Oh, you be overthinking. If I didn't overthink that, guess what? I might have woke up today with an issue with my own kids because I let somebody else's kid be hungry or whatever the case may be. Do you see? That's how it works. This is why we take the time to overthink the situation and just do what's right, even if it's going to take time away from you. Just do what's right. Get yourself out of that negativity and that negative energy. And make it positive energy. Like last night, what I went through. There was so much negative energy there. It was like unreal. And I had to remove myself. I couldn't take it anymore. I told the fellas that, I was waiting. They was from New York too. It's crazy. It was one guy that was from Charlotte, one guy from Brooklyn, and one guy from Queens. And I was from Harlem. And we standing there and we both, like, this is too much. This is too much. And I'm like, yeah. So I say that to say, we have to watch what we do. Who we hurt. Especially when it comes to customers. Tell you the other thing they did. A lot of people have bought their tickets already. Unfortunately, I was one that didn't. Okay. And reason why I didn't is because I wasn't planning on going because I didn't hear from AZ. However, I said, okay, well, maybe, caught up. Let me just go anyway. So, I don't do crowds too much anyway. So I said to myself, okay, I'll just go. My energy kept telling me to go. Because I move on the Holy Spirit. I don't move on nothing but the Holy Spirit. And I was very unhappy. The only happy moment I had was talking to the three guys. And then it was a girl I met too. Shout out to Virginia. She comes from a small town in Virginia. Shout out to her. And she's taking my podcast back to Virginia, so that's what's up. I told her, I said, I got a podcast. She said, you got a podcast? I love those. Give me a podcast. I said, okay. I said, because it's going to be on there. This mess is going to be on there. So I say all of that to say, we got to learn how to do better, people. Especially when you taking people's money. They didn't know whether they wanted to have a line for the people that was paying cash or the people that was paying that already had a ticket. If the people that had a ticket, they should have been going in first. Then they should have had 2 people checking the bags for safety, okay, and checking the people's body for safety. It's the way you do things, okay? Now, you don't just hire bouncers. If you want it to be done the correct way, you hire professionals, okay? Professionals are those security officers. They know how to check the people because they've been taught to check the people the proper way to get the crowd moving fast. So you have to hire, if you want the people and you want the money and you want good turnouts, you have to have the professionals do the job. And that's just what it is, 1501 South, man. I have to tell y'all, I have to tell y'all, because this is what I do in Charlotte. This is why they love me. This is why they respect me, because I give the truth. It was so terrible. I didn't even get to see the inside of your place, so I can tell other artists to come and book with South Mint. You see what you've done to yourself? I'm the one that they're calling out in their music, and they want to come to our city. But because I was treated like a piece of nothing, now they know, because I had to put public, not to book with you guys. That's why you have to be on your job all the time. You gotta not get ready, you gotta be ready. Because you never know when that one person that has so much power is gonna pull up. And y'all treated me like I was a piece of nothing, and I have more power when it comes to these music artists than AZ. Even though the crowd was out there to visit him. I was able to let 50 know. I wrote him and let him know this is not the place for you to even think about coming. And, a lot of people was like, no, 50 definitely couldn't do nothing here. All you could probably do, 50, there is give a party. But you don't even look at that place. You don't even want to give a party there. Even though when I walked in, when I got there, they played 50. They want to play the pattern that Power 98 has done. And they don't even know Power 98 has failed. They have failed my business too. I just deal with them on the basis of keeping content. Because sometimes I don't be out in the community to see what's going on or read the sublines of what's going on, and I get it from them. Just like they get it from me. Only difference is they may go on my page and get information and try to bring it to the light and never say where they got it from. Where I, Miss JJ, get information from them and always bring them to the lights. Well, I heard on Power 98, No Limit Larry said, or Lil Burpee said, Jessica said. See, they don't return the same love. This is why I haven't been doing podcasts with their information. So what I'm doing now is I'm shutting down all those that don't return the love that the love is being given. You love the way love loves you. And if you can't do that, that means you're in the dark, which means you are living in hell. Just like God said we will live everlasting life on earth, you'll live in everlasting hell on earth. And this is why people go through what they go through, because they don't love the way God has shown us to love. Because people want to hate so much. People want to, oh, well, I don't want to. It's okay for you to take my content, but it's not okay for you to love me. You want to make it your own. But don't know you have failed. Because in the next upcoming generation, guess what? Some of y'all won't exist. But guess what? I will. Why? Because the new generation said so. Multiple times. That's why I'm still here. Even when I retire, I'm going to still be here. I'm going to still get a paycheck from the music industry. I'm just tired of going back and forth with you people. I'm tired of it. I don't even want to be bothered with it no more. Because you are hurting me in a process of helping y'all. I was asked to come back in this industry. When a person is asked, that means things have gone wrong and they need to figure out what's the best way to handle it. But who's been hurt through this process? Me. Now, mind y'all, Rock City Gunner. I'm going to talk about that for a moment. This dude begged me and begged me and begged me, okay, how much he wanted to be in the industry. Oh, well, I got this guy that I did a song with, blah, 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 blah. I paid him for his lyrics, blah, 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 blah. I want to release it. He said he was going to release it. I don't know. Telling me the stories of the industry. So I said, okay. Of course, I presented him, you know. I let 50 think he was in control. So, okay, well, you know, I got to present you so 50 can see you. Okay. Let's see how you act. The nigga went against me. How the fuck you gonna go, excuse my language, but how you gonna go against a person that put you on? How? And then you wonder why these bad things happen to you. Back to back. Then, you know, God sat him down for a little while. Let him think about it. And then he did it again. I mean, well, how do you want to be a successful rapper and you hurting the person that got you on? Following other people. Dude, you just ended your career. Nobody's going to work with you. This is what they watch for because nobody wants to deal. Nobody wants to invest their money in people that can't be loyal to the ones that help them. How stupid can you be? me to put that on the front line. Do you know how many people listen to me? I have a podcast. Not only do I have a podcast, I have over 135 songs of my own that y'all haven't even heard yet, which are called The Vault. So I say that to say, hold on, just want to make sure I say it right. I say that to say, if I got these big companies that's been out here for years upon years upon years, working with me, not y'all, me, paying me, and I don't even have to leave the bed if I didn't want to. And this is just the facts of it. Okay? Long as I do my job for them, I don't even have to leave the bed. I don't even have to go out there and deal with them people, be on a crowd, be on a stage, ever, if I choose not to. And I'm going to still get paid because I do my job. But if you show that you can't do your job, they're not going to hire you. You coming in, not doing your job. Pay attention, people. Pay attention. I run a business. I'm a boss. They already bossed me up even more. I say that to say, if one boss see a employee not act right, they're not going to want to hire them. I'm the starter. I'm the starter company to help the youth come up. So I'm the one that you want to act right from the beginning. And I take up for people. Okay, well, they're going through this, they're going through that, because I go through it too. So I know. But the moment that I feel like you're trying to play me, it's a wrap. I'm going to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, because they're all watching. You know how long they wanted me up off the ground? I'm talking some of the artists. Meek Mill is one of them. He says it all the time. They want to keep him on the ground again. I'm like, why? I can't believe this. Because only the good ones, the real ones, stay on the ground. Because we got to evaluate these idiots before they take them up there to the stars. And the other thing is, we're real money. See, I was almost there with the assets and not being able to take care of myself until I get either a deal or somebody save me. I was almost there. But I'm no longer there. I can save myself. Because when you get, to a certain level, people don't want to hire you. They feel it's going to cause chaos at their establishments, the safety of things, And it's the second time I went through this, because when I released I'm the Man with Me at 50, it was very hard for me to find a job. They didn't want me to work. They was afraid that something may happen. So at the time I was homeless, so I had to stay at the hotel, So what people would do is come to the hotel, take pictures of me, say hi, whatever the case may be. But nobody would hire me. Once it died down, I was able to get a job, and I was thankful at that point. I was in Maryland then, because Maryland has a bad rap for when the artists are getting to a certain level, most of them die, So they wanted to be cautious and not allow me to work, so I won't die. And I shout out to y'all, thank y'all for that. They feel like it was an omen, or I don't know what the hell they felt like it is, but I thank y'all for that. That's what I say. Whatever they feel it is. Then right after the song came out, Scooter, he got into it with some people, and he was out doing an event, and he wound up getting killed. May he continue to rest in peace. However, so they wanted me to pretty much do it from the bed. There was just too much going on, and they said, no, we don't want you out there, so you just work from the bed. And that's what I did. I worked from the bed. In other words, I wake up, get the computer, write a song, and make my songs. And that's how I came up with what I came up with. However, here in Charlotte, Charlotte did give me a chance to work because a lot of people didn't know me. And I was thankful for that. But then my name started getting bigger, and things started getting rough at the employment. And shout out to all the people where I used to work at. Y'all know who y'all are. And y'all was keeping my music flowing. I didn't have to worry about being hurt because most of them love me. But of course, y'all know I ran into a few haters. There's always going to be a few of those. I had about I'll say about a handful of haters. For the most part, people love me, because I deal with them fairly. I treat people kind. If you want to know the real artists, here they are. They're kind, they loving. So people always supported me. Some people will say, we're not supporting that music. You don't make enough with that music. We'll buy your products. And that's how they loved me. So either way, I was making money. So I could appreciate it, But being in the industry is a hard life, people. They don't let you work because of your safety sometimes, And if you hear one of my songs, what's the name of the song? XO, I don't want to be turned up and broke. Because a lot of them go through broke spurts, A lot of people, they have hit songs and they still live in the projects. You know what I mean? I've never even seen the other side of life, to what the good life could really be, because they didn't get a chance to ever work. In order for you to own the cars and the houses, and you have to have a paycheck, okay? You got to be able to prove how you make your money. Tell them that you paid your taxes. Black and white don't lie. They want the paper. They want the pieces of paper. And that's just what it is. And see, I already had leverage for many, many, many years before I even came in to do the music side. I already had leverage in the music industry. And not because I was doing music, because I was doing other things like dancing, working in the community. Entertainment was a part of it. Yeah. So with that being said, they gave me a lot of leverage. However, they taught me a lot as well. And they put me in a position to be just like some of the big, big superstars. And I'm going to make it happen because that's what they provided me with. So they only let you get information when they know that you can, when you have potential. They know that you're the type of person that you can make it happen. And that's how they do in the industry. They watch, and if they feel that you're not that type of person, you don't have the potential and you've showed weakness, they're not going to give it to you. Okay, just like 50 Cent. When I put the interview in for him, and even though, God forgive me, I told him I was his wife, I had to because that's what he hired me to be. So I was hired, people. I was hired. That's why 50 still owe me money because he hasn't paid his hired wife. I seen his professionalism and I said, okay, I'll take the job. Okay, now I got to find my husband some work. Because his managers that he hired help him. So now it's time for his hired wife to help him. Let me tell you this. I've been so slandered through this process. I had my daughter's father tell me I cheated on him. And I said, with who? He didn't want to look crazy because every time I made a song, I was in my bed, right? So he know I didn't leave the house. So who I cheated on him with? So I'm laughing. Then I got a dude that I'm, we have a complicated relationship. And he's like, I know you've been sleeping around. Sleeping around with who? I go to work and I come home. So, the minds of people sometimes go crazy, because they don't know the facts instead of just asking. And then when you ask, accept the truth, So anyway, as I was saying, I was hired as his wife. Hired. And this is why he needs to pay me. So I made the call. First and foremost, it was a couple of companies I was looking at. I actually was looking at BET first. Okay? I was actually looking at BET first. I had wrote them, but they didn't hit me back. Very unprofessional. Or maybe they just didn't like 50. Okay? But I saw them to be very unprofessional. At the time, I think that was around the time, if I'm not mistaken, it was around the time that Oprah bought it or bought into it. Okay? So I said, well, maybe it was a transition issue, why nobody had contacted me back to get 50 a job at BET. Okay, so I put them to the back burner. Even though he was supposed to be doing something with them later on with Vivica. And I don't think that went through because we didn't hear no more about it. So I contacted Stars and talked to them. And, well, first I filled out the application. And the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because y'all can do it for yourselves. Okay? I shouldn't have had to do it for 50. But he was so used to other people doing things for him. He wants to hire somebody. I laugh at those people that always want to hire somebody instead of trying to do something themselves. I have a baby father that's on that. I'm going to hire somebody. Okay? But then when it don't get done, even if you hire somebody, who's going to foot the issue? You're still going to foot the issue, so you might as well just do it yourself, Anyway, so he hired me. That was the purpose of me going out to visit him. Like I said, they was very professional. Sat by the cookbooks. Met some of his family, some of his crew. And that's why I made the call to hit up Stars. When I hit them up for the application, they was on their jobs. They got back to me. 2 different people got back to me. One did the interview. She asked me questions. Well, everybody already know who Curtis Jackson. Excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna have to do my eucalyptus treatment. Y'all see how sick I am from being out there? Oh my God. I have to get me some peppermint tea. Anyway, so she did the interview via email. Everybody know who Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is. Everyone. So I didn't have to do much of an interview based on who he is. Okay. His interview was based on what he needed from stars. Okay. And I told them, what I felt he needed. They wanted me to touch down in Colorado. They felt that I was more for Colorado. They didn't pretty much want to put us, I guess, on the same set. Especially if I was supposed to be his wife. I guess it wouldn't be a good look. I don't know what their theory was. They offered me Atlanta and Colorado. Okay. I did tell my mate this. He looked at me like I was crazy. I thought Colorado would be good for him because he smoked weed. And they weed out there is, legal. So I thought Colorado would be perfect for my family. But my family did not want to, at the time, I'm not going to say my family. I'm not going to sit here and say my family. That would be a pure lie. My daughter's father, which was the head of the family at the time, did not want to make that move. Okay, he tells me, oh, you blame everything on me. Well, yeah, I had to because you made the decisions. And I was the woman that just followed. Okay, he did not want to make that call for me to go to Colorado or ATL. Okay, because they also offered ATL. I turned down ATL and I was willing to do Colorado. But he didn't want it. So, yeah, I couldn't move forward with that. So, yeah, I don't really blame 50 for that, for not calling me out for the show. Because that wasn't Star's intentions. He was supposed to be in New York, I guess, and I was supposed to be somewhere else. Okay, but we both were supposed to get what we needed to get, which was TV experience, TV exposure, but I couldn't get it because my family didn't want to allow me to do what was needed to do in order for me to get it. So, of course, I lost out on that. Okay, I don't know if Star still want to pursue me with the leverage that I have now. I don't know. I will try to reach out to them and see, but I wanted to give them time because him and 50 and them is battling, and he might have rubbed them the wrong way, and I was in the middle of that. You know what I mean? Because I helped him. So I'm like, okay, do I want to say, hey, okay, well, y'all see, I told the truth. I'm sorry. I told you I was his wife because I was hired to be his wife, which I put out there a long time ago, and maybe they seen that. Who knows? I don't know. But we misled them, and I prayed on it, and I told God, I said, God, please forgive me for doing that because now this man is trying to sue them, and he can't do that. Why would he? No. So that's why I had to intervene on Star's behalf. Okay, for those that don't understand why I put the email out there, why would I try to slander 50 Cent? No, I wasn't trying to slander him. One, he still hasn't paid me. Two, you can't hurt people that helped you based on who you are. Some people perceive you as you just no good. We don't want you. We're not dealing with you. Then you got some people that say, okay, he did good in his his profession. We're gonna give him a chance. But all he had to do was reach out. 50 never has good people around him to reach out to these people that can really help him. That's why he hired me. But I should have got the money first. Anyways, with that being said, it put me on a bad rim because now he's arguing with them. So now you're not only call yourself hurting them, you're hurting me. Because I'm the one who did the footwork. I'm the one who spoke to them. I'm the one who filled out the application, did the emails, did the call on the phone. It was a process, a 3-step process. First it was, I filled out the application, they emailed me. Tell me they got my application, okay? When would be a good time that we could speak, okay? Now, we went through all this emails back and forth. Then I had to physically get on the phone with these people. I physically spoke with Starz, okay? At the time, I was living in Glen Burnie. And I was pacing the floor back and forth. This is around the same time that 50 Cent's grandmother passed away. May she rest in peace. And I was pacing the floor because now his grandmother's gone. He really need this. You know what I mean? Because who is he going to have to fall back on for real? So he really needs this. So I'm pacing the floor like, okay, yeah. He needs this, and, you know, he wants to do a show or be on a show or something, you know, and I'm talking to her. She said, okay. And then she started talking about me and what I wanted to do and what experience I had. And, you know, and I told him, I said, I don't have much acting experience, but I did, you know, I was in a movie. Because, as a matter of fact, I had submitted that to her. And we took pictures and stuff with the guy that I was in the movie with. So all of that stuff was online because I guess they do their research before they do the phone conversation. Okay? So my email interview was first. Then about a week later, that's when they spoke to me on the phone. And they was like, well, we think you would be better for Colorado. So I don't know what they do in Colorado. You know, or ATL. And this is what she was saying. And I was like, okay. Okay. And that's what we went with. I never went to Colorado. So he told me to let them know when I get to Colorado, you know, and if that's where I want to be. You know, they wasn't going to give me moving money. You know, that was something I had to do on my own. Or I guess just, you know, go over there just for a show or whatever the case may be. And that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it. But the reality of it was I was shooting for BET. I felt like dealing with a black company was better, but they was very unprofessional, just like how that 1501 South Mint was. Very unprofessional. You know, and we moved on to Starz. I try to tell people every day, you can play games. But when you play games, they'll come back to bite you. Okay? It may not come back today, but it could be years from now. It'll come back to bite you. You have to watch out for what you do. Some people be out here to hurt you, and some people be out here to really help you. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. Prove it to me. You know, I've proved to a lot of people how I've helped them. I've lost a lot of money helping people. Okay? So now it came to the point where now if you're not physically doing work for me, I'm not helping you. Because I'm tired of giving my life to these birds and y'all don't do the same in return. It's just something that I've made a decision on. The birds get so angry. They're so hateful for something that they can't even do. Wouldn't even have the knowledge on where to start. That's why I'm here. That's why I've been chosen. Because people don't even know what route to go to even get something done, let alone make things happen for themselves. But then they're jealous of others. Two more years, my time is up. So y'all better get it right. Because I'm not coming back into the industry to help you people no more. You're on your own. And that's just what it is. Because now I have to take care of me and my family. Me and my family has lost so much money. We've lost so much money helping y'all people. I lost a 17-year relationship because of jealousy. Because they didn't understand what I was doing. And instead of asking, they took it upon themselves to put in their mind and formulate stuff in their mind. And it's not only him. It's happening in my second relationship. They formulate stuff in their mind. It makes them sick. Instead of just sitting down saying, well, what are you doing? Who do you work for real? Well, for real, I work for myself. I don't have to help these people. But when the guys and the females put my name in the songs, I help them. Reason why I help them is because if I don't help them, they're going to fall. We watch it every day. If their music is not moving, they're not going to make any money. That's the new way of the new era music. But they couldn't figure it out. You have to post every single day with your music every single day. And if you don't, you're not going to make the money. They have to hire marketing people. Why you think now when you go to all of these jobs, this is just regular jobs, not music. You go to regular jobs, every company has a marketing job or a creator job. Because this is just the way it is. You either jump on board or you die. But somebody had to teach y'all because y'all wasn't smart enough to figure it out. The new kids are. And then y'all jealous of me because I know, because I rock with the kids. Because I've been studying them. How they doing this stuff? Now, let me see. Okay. Let me see if this works. Yep, work. Got a paycheck. Okay. We'll stick with that. Well, let me try this. I seen that. Seen this one over here doing this. Okay, let me try that. Oh, yep. Got a paycheck. Okay. You test it. You test it and wait. Then y'all get mad at me. How does Jackie get to sleep? Y'all know I don't get a whole lot of money from that stuff. I got bills out the Zuguzi. Whatever how they say it, Zuguzi. The white people taught me a word. I forgot what the word is. But anyway, maybe they'll put it on social media and then we can use it. If somebody can, remember what I'm talking about. They taught me some word. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is they call the people in the music industry stupid. They're just stupid. Okay? I had contacted, what's his name? Oh man, the singer. What is his name? Oh, I'm getting old. I can't remember his name. And I listen to his music on a regular basis. This is crazy. But anyway, I hit him up. And I said, do you know X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 about the record labels? He said, no. And it's a big artist I'm talking about, okay? Big artist. He said, no. He said, the music label does that. I don't know nothing about that stuff. And I was like, okay, thank you anyway. That told me something right there. Why they were so stupid. Because the music label does everything for them. So they don't know how to maintain outside of the music label. So if they don't have a music label, they're out. So some of them have no other choice to continue to do what they do so the music label can continue to work for them and extend their contracts outside of just saying, oh my God, my life is over. What am I to do? Instead of sitting down studying what you're supposed to do. Y'all have noticed even Beyonce had to get on it. She has to get on the social media and do her little creative stuff in order to keep herself going. She figured it out because if y'all notice, 5 years ago she wasn't doing it. Until them paychecks wasn't coming in right and she said, I'm going to have to learn this stuff. If I want to stay active and stay within this new era, I have no other choice. And that's the problem. People don't get used to change. We have to get used to change. Now that most of you music artists has transitioned into the new era, y'all know what to do. And y'all won't have to be angry birds anymore. Y'all don't really need me anymore. Because y'all know what to do. Now, if they make another change, I might be 80 by then, and I'm not doing nothing. Somebody else gonna have to do it. But y'all have to learn how to accept change. Even with the people on the street. I talk to some people on the street, and they be like, this world has changed so much, and I can't deal with it. I said, well, you only got two options. And they look at me, and they said, what's the option? Either you roll with it, or you die. Now, what option are you choosing? Some people do choose death. But this is just what it is. You got to roll with the punches, or die. Or find something else to do. And that's just the bottom line. We can help y'all, but so much. When I met 50 online, he was asking me to request his music. I'm sorry, 50, I got to tell him. Because you're a part of this process. He was asking me, call the radio station, request my music. So I called in Baltimore, 92. Hey, I'm impressed with 50 Cent's music. They don't really play the gangster stuff, so they played the one with Jeremiah. I think it's with Jeremiah, yeah. They played that one. And I think the one with him and Missy, you know. Because when it comes to a certain point, as the artists come out, people forget about you. They just forget about you. I talked to some of these kids today, and I'd be like, let me tell you something. I spoke to a 28-year-old. And I was talking about Stephanie Mills, because I know she lives in my city. And I said, yeah, because Stephanie Mills. And it was like, who is that? And I'm like, you don't know Stephanie Mills? Like, what in the... So I immediately, when they told me that, I said, I'm getting ready to get on here and do some of Stephanie Mills' songs. They're going to learn about Stephanie Mills. I grew up on Stephanie Mills. Stephanie Mills made us feel good as kids. Okay? So y'all going to learn about Stephanie Mills today. So I immediately got on there and made me some videos about Stephanie Mills. Then you notice she started, coming up alive again. This is why I do what I do. Because we're trying to take certain people into the next era. I asked people if they knew AZ. Half of the people that was sitting on the line last night didn't know who he was. All they know is he's from the past. And they be wanting to experience the past. So I say that to say, because let me tell you something. Whether y'all know it or not, I thought it was going to be a lot of old heads at the show. They fooled me. There was more young people there. And we all had on our... Oh, I'm not young. But y'all know I support them heavily. We all had on our... I don't know what kind of sneakers they are. I don't know the name of them. That's terrible. But they Jordans, I think. Or some people had the low cut ones on. Some people had the high cut ones on. But we all had them on. There was one girl. She had on a tennis skirt. She looked so cute. She had on a tennis skirt. It was all white. And she had her pink and white, whatever those things are called, the sneakers is called. Looked so cute. Everybody had on their flexi steppies. You hear me? And we all had on the same sneakers in all different colors. So I was able to appreciate that, seeing my youth. You know what I mean? They was doing it. And they was at the old school show. They showed me something last night. So I say that to say, I hope you gave them a good show, AZ. I was hoping to see it, but I just couldn't take it no more. But I hope you gave them a good show. Because my babies was there. They didn't know about you, but now they do. I was talking to a person that's in an era behind me, and they didn't even know who you were. Two more years, y'all, and I'm done with y'all. I hope they release me sooner than 2 more years. Yeah. I hope they release me soon. Because as soon as I get quiet, here they come bothering me. You know? Because they don't understand something, or something that's not right. And I told you I would get to the bottom of it. And I got to the bottom of it. Well, I hope each and every one of you guys out there, y'all have a safe, happy Father's Day. Enjoy yourselves. I know a lot of y'all probably out fishing right now, barbecuing, getting ready to barbecue. Might have barbecued last night. Just have fun. For those fathers that put in that work, that go to work every day for their families, and really take care of their families. Because there's not a lot of fathers out there that really do what they're supposed to do. They come a dime a dozen. So for those fathers that is doing what they're supposed to do, this is y'all day. Y'all enjoy yourselves. I love you all. This is Miss JJ Diamond, Jackie Deja, wherever y'all call me. I will talk to y'all soon whenever I get something to talk about. Because my city is almost in peace. Yesterday was the excitement. Got me to talk about something. Because we be in peace. The way we like it. Quiet. Everybody living life. And it's hard. But we live it. I'll talk to y'all soon.